your fucking monotone, boring ass, stupid shit ass fucking take. I want to hear Mitch McConnell. Oh, here. God damn, dude. The fucking hill. Holy shit. What are you doing? Like, the easiest video to have.
But important role in defending.
Here.
We're playing a limited, but important role in defending American national security and American interests against terrorists who would like nothing more than for the most powerful force for good in the world to simply pick up our ball and go home. They would love that.
Yeah, dude. So, first of all, guess what? You literally created this. Like, Republicans and Democrats both played a fundamental role in securing power for the Taliban in Afghanistan. So if you don't want to negotiate with them now, well, sucks to suck, bitch. You made this, okay? This is the bed you made. Now you have to fucking sleep in it. So that's one. You literally, despite the fact that you killed so many fucking people in Afghanistan, you increased Taliban numbers. I wonder how that happened. Can you just, for a brief moment, think about how the fuck the Taliban ended up getting more power in Afghanistan under the occupation when they were constantly getting fucking owned by the American forces? How did that happen, I wonder? Oh, wait, maybe because they literally, constantly and consistently had a fucking talent pool that was rushing to join the Taliban, specifically because they were like, oh, well, my fucking cousin died. Oh, well, I just got fucking, my school is bombed. I got nothing else. I only know, this group of people are that have harassed my family for the first half of my life are now telling me we're going to be your liberators. Of course they're going to fucking turn around and join the Taliban. Good job. We did this. Okay? We literally did this. Now we have to fucking deal with them. We have to fucking deal with them. So this notion that like, oh, well, we can't pull our troops out because the Taliban is so powerful out there and they want nothing more than to fucking like America to leave. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what do you think was going to happen? Of course it's going to happen. No, pull them the fuck out, dude. Pull them the fuck out. We have mapped out every single fucking crevice of this motherfucking country, okay? We got drones. We got all this other shit. We got all this technology. We got all this surveillance. Like, pull the fucking troops out. Do not send in private contractors and like outsource this imperial conquest over to academy. Okay? And monitor the operations if you will. But ultimately, pull the fucking people out. Pull the troops out. This bullshit. We've been there for fucking 20 years, dude. It's nuts. It's crazy. It's just imperialism. That's all it is. We are basically doing the exact same shit that the UK used to do, the kingdom used to do. So
in these 2 months, you've educated me so much about
politics. I'm in favor of what Trump is trying to do here, even though I am secretly terrified that he's trying to do it just so he can bring in the mercs.
Support to you and to my fellow chatters hassle.
Are you dumb? You're aware that President Trump withdraw the forces to attack Iran before he's leaving? Yeah, oh, we're going to get into that part of the process too. But the funniest part, perhaps the funniest part about this take that you will hear from both liberals and Republicans, Mitch McConnell's about to say some shit that is so fucking hilariously like social justice warrior-y to pretty much justify endless warfare and endless conquest in this region. But before we get to that, like, just remember that like these dudes can't do fucking shit, okay? Like they can't do anything. Like what are they gonna do? What is the Taliban gonna do? Are they gonna fucking destroy the American state? Is that how they're like? If anything, the worst thing that they could do is fuck Europe up. The worst thing they do is fuck Turkey up. You like when American leaders talk about how, you know, oh, we need to protect ourselves from the Taliban. It's like, what the fuck are you saying, dude? What are you saying? Like, what do they have ICBMs or something? Like, how are they going to fuck America up? U.S. still has troops in Germany and Japan. What's the rush with Afghanistan? Yeah, literally.
That's why last year, 70 senators a bipartisan supermajority
I.
voted for an amendment I authored. It acknowledged the progress made in Syria and Afghanistan, identified the risks that remain, and cautioned that precipitous withdrawal would create vacuums that Iran, Russia, and the terrorists would be delighted to fill. There's no American who does not wish the war in Afghanistan against terrorists and their enablers had already been conclusively won. But that does not change the actual choice before us now. A rapid withdrawal of U.S. forces from Afghanistan now would hurt our allies and delight the people who wish us harm. Violence affecting Afghans is still rampant. The Taliban is not abiding by the conditions of the so-called peace deal. The consequences of a premature American exit would likely be even worse than President Obama's withdrawal from Iraq back in 2011, which fueled the rise of ISIS and a new round of global terrorism. It would be reminiscent of the humiliating American departure from Saigon.
Maybe if you want to do a fucking departure, what you should instead do is set up a secure and functioning infrastructure for the country that you fucking destroyed. You know, instead of a puppet leadership that basically operates as your mouthpiece that is unfavorable to the people that it's supposed to represent, working fully with the American government and their military interests in the region. Like, that's all we do, and then we're like, oh my God, I can't believe that there's a power vacuum now. It's like, dude, you can't pull a fucking Jenga piece off the board without making sure that it's going to be stabilized. It's fucking disgusting what we do, man. I'm sorry, this is what triggers me to no end. Like, beyond the anti-immigrant sentiment, beyond the racism in America, like, this is the one area where I'm like, I'm so disgusted. I'm so disgusted with these fucking animals, dude. Seriously, I can't believe he's not decaying anymore. I hope it's just the makeup that's stopping, that's making it look like he's no longer decaying. They're so disgusting, dude. Seriously. It is deeply frustrating. It's disgusting.
In 1975, we'd be abandoning our partners in Afghanistan.
Onat Madavinga, what racism? Stop playing the race card. You had a black president about to have the first black woman president, and 1 year after Biden will leave. Dude, none of that shit matters, bro. Shut the fuck up. It literally did not matter that Obama was the first black president. Look at the fucking country. 70 million people voted for Donald Trump. Very clearly. First of all, it's not even the only thing. It's not even the only fucking reason why people vote for Donald Trump. Like, I'm not even saying that. But, like, to act like racism ended because there was a black president, you fucking psycho. It's just complete psychopathic nonsense. Especially at a time when, like, according to FBI statistics, hate crime has increased more this year than any other fucking year. More hate crimes in 2019 than any other fucking year in the past decade.
5 months.
Like, white supremacy is fucking popping right now, boys.
The brave Afghans who are fighting the terrorists and destroying the government's leverage in their talks with the Taliban are designed to end the fighting. Our retreat would embolden the Taliban, especially the deadly Haqqani wing, and risk plunging Afghan women and girls.
This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part. Watch this.
And the Taliban, especially the deadly Haqqani wing, and risk plunging Afghan women and girls back into what they experienced back in the 1990s. It would hand a weakened and scattered al-Qaeda a big propaganda victory.
Oh, the women. Mitch McConnell, you see, cares about the Afghan women and what the Taliban will do to them. That's what he cares about, dude. Oh, you fools. You simply don't understand. Mitch McConnell here was defending Afghan women. It's like he doesn't even care. He doesn't even fucking care. Oh, sorry. I just got a text message, important text message. He doesn't even fucking care about the women in Kentucky. Why would he care about the women in Afghanistan? Like, why would you ever think about that? Like, he doesn't care about the women or men in America, let alone the women or men in fucking Kentucky. Yo, this shit is so horrifying. And people fucking, you know, maybe, just maybe, when people start hearing Mitch McConnell say this stuff, like normal Americans, not professional Democrats and professional Republicans, because professional Democrats will literally use this exact same talking point. You will hear people from the Joe Biden administration say, we absolutely need to stay in Afghanistan because we need to protect the women of Afghanistan. How do you protect the women of Afghanistan? By killing them, okay? By looking the other way when our own trained police forces down there, the Afghan police forces, rape little kids, like little boys and girls. The people that we fucking train there. Like, that's how we defend the Afghan security in this circumstance. Like, that's the only way we can do it. It's virtue signaling to a fucking T, okay? It's stupid as fuck. By the way, the hilarity of the Taliban and art, that's a stretch, bud. That's a stretch. I'm sorry. Are you not understanding my sarcasm here, or are you unaware of
I love you, babe.
or are you just unaware of are you unaware of the very widely covered story about how U.S. soldiers were literally told to ignore the sexual abuse of boys by the Afghan allies? The people that we're training. Why do people come at me with this shit? I think you just like bullying people, but this is the only way you figured out how to do so in a PC way?
Tie.
What? I can't tell if this is bait or if I actually have like long-time fucking subs in here that are just like insane and delusional. Yeah, dude. I love bullying people. That's why I always bully people on the side of justice that are certainly fucking certainly people who don't deserve it. It's like, I have nothing. Bullying comes from a place of having no power. Okay? You can't bully Mitch McConnell. Like, there's no bullying Mitch McConnell. One of the most powerful motherfuckers on the planet.
Victory and a renewed safe haven for plotting attacks against America. And it would be welcome news to Iran, which has long provided arms and support to the Taliban and explicitly seeks our retreat from the Middle East. A disorganized retreat would jeopardize the track record of major successes this administration has worked hard to compile. As a number of former officials and ambassadors recently stated, the spectacle of U.S. troops abandoning facilities and equipment, leaving the field in Afghanistan to the Taliban and ISIS, would be broadcast around the world as a symbol of U.S. defeat.
Remember, folks, the Taliban and even some members of Al-Qaeda, and even to a certain degree, the people that Osama bin Laden relied on were people that we trained in when we were fighting against the USSR. That's why that brave Mujahideen line comes up whenever people talk about me, and that line is a direct response or a direct call out of Reagan era policies. So I just want to give you a quick reminder on that as well. It's Pakistan, not Iran. I never said Iran. Did I say Iran? What Iran? I said Taliban. The Mujahideen are not the. Oh, come on, dude. Yes, every single Mujahideen that fought against the fucking USSR didn't turn into the Taliban, but they absolutely got fucking training and weapons. Come on, dude. Like, it's not entirely a 1-to-1, but it's so delusional. Oh, Mitch McConnell said Iran.
Leaving the field in Afghanistan to the Taliban and ISIS would be broadcast around the world as a symbol of U.S. defeat and humiliation and of victory for Islamic extremism. President Trump deserves major credit for reducing U.S. forces in Afghanistan to a sustained.
Dude, that's fucking disgusting, dude. We are. God, I hate this shit. I hate it so much. It's so fucking. This is so gnarly. Oh, I can't wait to get back to bipartisan compromise. Anyway, I got to run an ad real quick. Sorry. 60-second ad break is coming right now, folks. At the top of the hour, every hour, we have a 60-second ad break. It's coming to you right now. All you need to do is, if you want an ad-free experience, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it with a Twitch Prime, which is free. You can use your Twitch Prime on me to get a free ad-free experience in your broadcasting, or with a $5 subscription. But here it comes. All right.
Sustainable level, scoring major victories against terrorists across the region, and ensuring the Afghans themselves are at the front of the fight. That same successful approach should continue until the conditions for long-term defeat of ISIS and al-Qaeda have been achieved.
Yeah. Are you saying that they should have worked with the Taliban to maintain stability? No, I'm saying they should have never invaded Afghanistan to begin with. But once they did and they normalized the Taliban, unfortunately, they have to fucking now deal with them as a legitimate entity. Even the Trump administration understands this. That's the reality. And those guys are fucking monsters for the most part. They're not good. Like, the Taliban is not exactly, the Taliban's not ISIS, but they're not exactly fucking great either, if we're being honest. They're not like woke motherfuckers themselves. Like I've talked about this many times, where the people in Afghanistan are constantly stuck between a rock and a hard place. Okay, where either they have the Taliban coming down to their villages and telling them, like, we are going to fuck you up, or yeah, they're local extremists, though. They're not international terrorists. Exactly. They don't have an international terrorist syndicate. They don't have like an expansive network. They are localized extremists that wanted to seize control over territories, and have been able to successfully do that as a direct consequence of our imperialist endeavors in the region and the destabilization that we caused. So they're fucking horrible. They're monsters. They're really, really not. They're not progressive at all. Like they're bad. They're not good. Okay. But having said that, unfortunately, this is how it fucking works. You have to now deal with them because you put them in a position of power. You legitimize them. You basically created a network for them.
Love you, Hasan YT.
How long do you think it will take for the empire to stop trying to invade Afghanistan? It always seems to break empires. I don't know. They will never teach a lick of this in high school because every kid will become radicalized.
At Hasanabi, hey bro, nice shirt.
They were
Said
ruling
no one
before
ever.
America invaded, though? The Taliban? No, the Taliban had less power before America invaded. It's not like the Afghan government wasn't. It's not like the Afghan government wasn't like. It's not like the Afghan government was good. That's not true. Taliban influence grew after American invasion in Afghanistan. Like, am I wrong about this? Hold on. What the fuck? You listen to the Grateful Dead? No. I think he means after America invaded after 2001. Yes. Post-American invasion in 2001, Taliban government, Taliban had certain parts of the Afghanistan government in control, but they've never had a complete stranglehold on the government. The Taliban's influence, for the most part, stems from the villages that they controlled, and what they ended up. You can say they did. Stop pronouncing Taliban in Afghanistan like a white person. Taliban, Afghanistan. That's how I say it as a Turkish person. It doesn't fucking matter. How can you give legitimacy to something that already had legitimacy? Because there is a constant fucking there's a constant back and forth fighting in every single country. This is something that I try to from 1996 to 2001, the Taliban held over roughly 3/4 of Afghanistan.
Yes.
There is constant infighting in the government in places like this that don't have a well-developed, centralized form of governance. Okay? There's constantly infighting from within the government. There's constantly infighting within progressives. This happens in even places like Turkey that have a better established democratic process. In comparison to a place like Afghanistan. And when America comes in, when the Western world comes into play, when the Western world comes into play and decides to fuck everything up and decides to fucking invade your country or decides to do a coup d'etat or any number of different things, historically speaking, what ends up happening is allowing these reactionary forces, these very conservative forces, to get more clout and get more influence, get more authority, get more legitimacy, because it makes their cause seem more just. Anti-Western sentiment becomes the norm,